Retro Care back again. Once again, I've got the old Mastertronic t-shirt on. That can only mean one thing: more ZX Spectrum Mastertronic games. I've picked up a few more, the old posties, been around again. But yeah, 3 good ones today. Now, 2 of them came as recommendations. I put out my favourite top 10 Mastertronic video not so long ago, and I had quite a lot of comments. I'm always grateful for comments, but I got a couple of recommendations, and I'm always happy to look at recommendations. I mean, sometimes they're not expensive to pick up, and Mastertronic games, more often than not, you're just talking £2 or £3, and there are other ways of playing Spectrum games, I obviously know, but I do like to have the cassette tape and stuff, so yeah, I'll always look into a recommendation if it comes my way in the comments. But yeah, 3 games to look at today. The usual format: we'll look at the games, I'll talk and I'll play. You'll hear me yabbering away as I try and play the game, and at the end we'll have a bit of music from one of the games. Now, one of the games came 128k. I've got my Spectrum Plus 2, so I can play 128k games, and it's the music from Canyon Warrior. Now, this is a very, very good game. We're going to look at that first, but as I say, we'll have a bit of the music near the end of the video. And also on that, I put a little short out a while ago. Now, after Canyon Warrior's loaded, you see a picture, and it's Gary Newman. Obviously, everybody, or most of you know Gary Newman, famous electronic artist from back in the day. I used to love his work in the sort of first 3 or 4 albums he did, really good. But this game, Canyon Warrior, used his image, and it was from his album Warriors, so that sort of makes sense. They used that image. But yeah, I thought, wow, I couldn't believe it, because I didn't know that, and I was pretty big fan of Gary Newman, as I say, but the minute I saw it, I thought, yeah, I know that. But unbelievable. Yeah, so we'll have that will appear with the music to Canyon Warrior a bit later on. And also, there's 3 games with the music. You'll be able to have a closer look at the artwork. I'll put it there. But anyway, I've held you up long enough. Let's look at the first game, released in 1989. It's Canyon Warrior. Let's take a look. Really good game. Right, so Canyon Warrior. Boy, am I pleased I picked this one up. This is a really, really smart shoot 'em up. Really fast. This first little bit's a bit like sort of Galaxian type, Space Invader-y. And then you get through to the sort of base or ship you have to fly and negotiate your way through. Now, you can take a few hits before you eventually explode. I think you've got 3 lives. But if you look where my score is, just below that there's the number 3, which is my lives. And there's the little blue lines above my ship there. I think they're the hits that you can take. So you have to pick up those fuel barrels if you like, and there are other things to pick up. So that you, and there you go. I've picked up a sort of weapon of sorts. Oh, you don't want. This is the problem. You can destroy what you want to pick up. Oh, and that was something else to pick up. So there are things to pick up, increase your firepower, etc. Oh, and keep blowing up things I need. But we're doing okay for a first life. But as you can see, really, really nice game, this. Really, really nice. Oh, I've not got to this level without losing a life yet. So some of these things I don't think you can destroy. I think you've got to steer your way through them. So now it's back to this sort of level. I think there is a boss coming. But this game, yeah, I'm really, really pleased I picked this one up. Just got this one by chance. I didn't read it anywhere in a comment. And when I say people have given me recommendations, sometimes someone's just mentioned a game that they like, and that's an excuse for me to see it as a recommendation of me to pick up a game. But yeah, this one. Oh, now there's the sort of boss, I think, boss ship. But that's good, because I got past the first area, which means I don't start right at the beginning. So I've got to, see, his bullets actually, or missiles, sort of float over. I'll get this fuel. But yeah, when I pick up games and I first buy them, as most people do, I just check they work and just sort of spend about 5-10 minutes on them, just so I can leave feedback on eBay. But this game I ended up playing for about an hour because it's just that good. So I'm going to concentrate a little bit, because I would like to defeat this boss. Oh god, his missiles, to be fair, they do sort of, they drift over. One of them drifts over anyway. Blew up my fuel I needed. I actually got some damage on him there. Now he sort of splits up and has these sort of Space Invader. Oh, come on. Yeah, these sort of Space Invader type creatures come out of him. And let's risk a few bit of damage to get him. Let's get his Space Invader. Oh, goodness, I took some damage there. I've only got one more hit I can take, I think. I'm really... Yes! We got past him. Let's pick up this... Ah, well, there you go. That's really good. Got to the first section. And it gets really tough from now on. Everything seems to speed up. But really, really nice. I can't keep saying it. It's well, I can keep saying it. But it's just really, really nice playable game. And obviously patterns develop. Now, I don't know whether I could have picked them up. I think I could have picked up those things. Now that's not being destroyed. Now let's get... Oh, look at it. Right. I'm making some... Oh, it gets tough, obviously. But yeah, that is Canyon Warrior. That is a really, really good game. And I'm really, really pleased. I love the way when you end there, you get that sort of... colours around the border as if a game's loading. It's quite nice. But yeah, really, really top game, Canyon Warrior. Canyon Warrior, what a banger. A brilliant shoot 'em up. Now, I know it was made later in the cycle of ZX Spectrum games, 1989. They were getting pretty good at what they could do with a Spectrum, but of course, still smooth, fast, super playable. I love that game a lot. Now, on to the next one. Next one is Spectipede, a sort of clone of Millipede, and this is another fast, really well written game. Now this came as a recommendation from Ding Kong on my top 10 Mastertronic games video. He put the comment there, and as I said, I always love a recommendation and I am grateful. Let's take a look at me playing Spectipede. So Spectipede, let's go, one player, but this game is really frenetic. And I don't know what the tactic is with this game. I sort of think that spider's a right sod. And I think the best way is to sort of clear a bit of area of the mushrooms for yourself. Well, I'm doing all right here for me. Believe me, I don't last very long in this game. Come on. But, oh, I've got that one. Am I below that? No. So, yeah, we all know the idea of the game. The sort of millipede makes its way down and then back up again. Oh, there, we've got one. That's quite good without losing a life. So this spider is crazy, sort of kamikaze. I was sort of reading a little bit online as to see what people do with their tactics. But somebody said to sort of clear some mushrooms, clear yourself a little bit of an area. But I'm really surprised I haven't died yet. Oh, come on. Oh, 2 destroyed without losing a life. That is... unbelievable for me, really. Is there 2 of these sort of things in the screen? There is, but it gets, you sort of need eyes in the back of your head. It's finally died. But yeah, really, really quite a playable game. As I say, I never pumped much money into the arcade millipede just because I didn't last very long. Oh, come on. But yeah, 10,700. That's a pretty good score for me. There we go. Let's try and get over. So I'll try and... Oh, God, I completely lost it. We'll have one more go. I probably won't do anywhere near as well on this second go. Oh, I just killed that spider because he comes straight at you most of the time. But yeah, I've really been quite enjoying this one. It's quite addictive. As anybody who knows Millipede, it is quite an addictive game. This one's Spectipede, obviously. Right, come on. If you sort of hang around in the same area too much, you're doomed. And I don't know if you hit initially the head of the sort of centipede, whether that destroys it all. I'm not sure. Maybe someone will let me know on that one, but because I'm certainly not going to be able to do it. We're doing all right, actually. Maybe it's because it's morning time and I'm quite awake. Oh, no. Come on. Oh, try and... Well, we'll get over here. Right. Oh! It gets very crazy, obviously. Right. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Right. So obviously the Centipede starts again. You can hear my fire button going crazy. I'm actually using my Mega Drive joystick, which actually works quite well with the Spectrum, because I've damaged my quick shot. It's broken, unfortunately, and it's unrepairable, which is sad, but I'm going to use it as something just as to be part of my gaming room. But oh, there we go. So no, that was a really, really good game, considering that was made initially by R&R Software in 1983, so one of the older ones. Mastertronic brought it out in 1985, but yeah, really good clone of Millipede. You know, thanks so much for the recommendation. Really, really pleased I bought that one. So now on to the next one, Flash Gordon. Now this was a recommendation from Hairy Foot Studio, and it's another good game. You know, it's one of those I think it would have burnt into people's memory cells. So let's take a look at me playing Flash Gordon. It comes in 3 parts because you have to load the tape, a bit like Agent X. Each time you do a stage, you have to load the game. Obviously, I edit the loading out. But yeah, let's take a look at me playing Flash Gordon. Right, so here we go. As I said, as I introduced this game, there's 3 parts. The first is a jungle. The idea is just to escape. It's a map. I've made my way out of it before, so I'm hoping to remember. So let's see if we can escape. All we have to do is get out of this area. So let's start the game. And off we go. As I said, I've played it a few times, and you just need to sort of remember your way. It doesn't create a new map each time. So yeah, the idea is you'll see in the bottom right hand corner you've got a timer. It's at 23 hours or so, and you've got 24 hours to save the world. So you need to get out of this first area. I believe I go up here. So every time you get hit by a baddie you lose time. Obviously you just saw it go down there, but I'm trying to remember which way to go. So that's an ammo box. You can get ammo. So I think I'll go down here. Yeah. Oh, why isn't it? Oh, it's a little bit clunky in firing the arrows. Let's have a practice. Oh, there we go. Right. So we know we're going in the right direction because of that purple arrow. And that bear there, if you get him before he hits the ground, it just takes 1 arrow. And if he lands and walks towards you, right, I'm counting the screens now. This is number 2. I think I'll go 7 screens along. 3. I've got. Right, I've got past that skeleton. 4. Right, so go along here. This is 5. Sorry about the counting, but in my brain I can easily forget. And number 6. Let's get a few more. You have got these ammo boxes that you can only use them once. And I think the next one. Now I think I'll go down here, and you get this sort of lizard type. He's like a small Godzilla. He's obviously hit me with whatever he's firing out. And I think I'll just go along now. Yeah, right. Oh. Alright, okay, we'll jump here. Yes, we made that. So I think we're nearly at the cave entrance. There's a sort of boar, or yeah. Oh yes. So there we go. I'm not going to walk through it, but when I walk through it I need to load the second part of the game, so we'll do that. So I obviously won't show that. There we go. Start tape. Right, so this second area is a fight. You're fighting Prince Balin, I think. Now I'm the one on the left. I know they look exactly the same. Oh no, hang on a minute. Now I'm the one on the left. And I've worked out, there we go, I'm punching low, that's me. I've worked out if you use this low punch that you can win. So the more you punch him, I'm pulling him towards my side of the screen, the left hand side of the screen. You can see if I get him to that final blue bar, I have beaten him. So basically he's a sort of friend, but he likes you to sort of win his respect, and by beating him I then get a jet bike, which I need for the last phase. So I've moved right to left again, and I'm doing my kneecap punch. And once you beat him, you then get to load the last stage. So it may look like I'm doing it easily. It's just because I worked out what was the best move, like a lot of these games. Well, there we go. I've done it. So we beat Prince Balin to get the jet bike for the last stage. So as I say, that did seem easy, as with the map. But it's very easy to get lost in that map. Once I worked out where to go, it seemed simple. That's why I was able to do it so quickly. I was walking around for a long time in that map. But yeah, and same with the fighting bit. I just worked out what you have to do. So let's crack on and load the next bit. Right, so I got to the last area. Now this is my favourite area. You're sort of 3D, you're sort of flying through the sky in your jet bike. As you have to hit these birds in the sky, shoot them, and then you have to go to this other area. You're in the same area, but it's like 3D Death Chase, if anybody knows that motorbike game. Finally you get to shoot Ming, but I don't think I'm going to get that far, but we'll give it a try and see where I get to. So let's press that button, or A button, and off we go into the final area. So you've got to get these, I don't know how you move upwards, but you've got to shoot these birds. And it's not just about getting them in the middle. If they come close, you've got to get them to the side, if you know, where your missiles are firing. I don't think I can get them anymore there. So let's get out of the way of their missiles. So let's see if I can get, there we are. We're getting my eye in a bit. Yep. Oh, come on. Come on. Yep. So we're shooting these birds. I quite like the colours on here. The way the grid works, quite nice. Come on, get that one. It's almost like once they come so close, they're impossible to get. Now, I don't know. Anyone can inform me. Oh, come on. Oh, that worked. Oh, not bad. Come on. Oh, God. It seemed hard to get those. I've got one there. Come on. Come on. As you say, it's quite tough. Yep. Oh, this is the bit that's like 3D Death Chase. Oh. Ah, so you just saw it for a moment, but basically you just get those balls that come, they look like mines, come rushing towards you, and if you get through that area, you get to fight Ming. I think Ming's on a bird in the sky again, you have to shoot him. But yeah, that is Flash Gordon, yeah. It does seem quite simple, but you know, I sort of quite like it. I quite like it for that reason, yeah. But that's Flash Gordon. You know, I really like that game because, as I said, I think it's one of those games, if you played it as a kid or as a teenager, it would really burn into your memory cells. It's one of those games, the film was a classic back in the day, sci-fi, fun as hell, that film. But I think that game, even though it's not the best, I'm certain if I had played it back in the day, it would have stuck in my memory banks. And as I said, it's a game that was completable. I think if I have another go for a couple of hours tomorrow, I will complete the game. And not many Spectrum games were completable. You know, most of them are not, most of them, but a good percentage of them were very tough to finish, and I would have enjoyed it just for that reason, that I could have completed it. But that's the 3 games, bangers again. You know, I think I enjoyed all 3 of them. Now, as usual, you're going to see the cover artwork. I'm going to play the music from Canyon Warrior 128k version. You'll see that image of Gary Newman. Any of you that knew Gary Newman or fans, you'll recognise the image. It's from his album Warriors. But yes, you'll see the cover artwork to that. And also, as I always do, I'll do the loading screens. One of them's a classic. The Spectipede is just the Mastertronic loading picture, same as this. Great stuff. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm doing next. I think I might be sticking with the Mastertronic journey. I've got some Commodore 64 Mastertronic games up there, so maybe taking a look at them. I'm not completely certain yet, but there'll definitely be a video up soon. Anyway, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.